Hey you guys, welcome to You and Rusty. Today's video is actually going to be slightly different because it is going to be all about my smartphone and why I don't use it to increase my productivity. I know I've got your attention right there, so we'll just get right into the video and let's begin. Alright, so the video is very simple. It's about why I don't use my smartphone to increase my productivity. Now there are simple psychological reasons behind it which work for me, which might or might not work for you. The first question that we need to answer is, why do we use our smartphones? Now personally, all the things that I have to do on my smartphone are listed right out here. These are the apps that I use primarily. They have Twitter, there is YouTube, there is WhatsApp, there is Instagram, there's Facebook, there's LinkedIn, there's Mail, there's Notion, there's Kindle, there's my King's College app, there's my VPN. All of these apps which I use on the daily on my phone when I am not inside the walls of my current accommodation or my home. While I am at home, my phone is constantly lying on that table right there. It's either charging or it's just placed there and I don't use it at all. Now you might be wondering, then how do I use my WhatsApp? How do I use my Instagram? How do I use my social media app? I am a social media content creator. I would need to use social media apps to keep my work going. And the answer is very simple. I use my phone via my laptop and my iPad. The psychology is slightly simple, but it gets more difficult the more I try to explain it. So I'll try my best. Every time I open a WhatsApp message on my phone, I can't seem to just limit myself to that WhatsApp message. I know I will ultimately end up opening Instagram. I will end up scrolling across Twitter. I will end up answering a couple of messages on Facebook. I will end up scrolling through a couple of memes on 9gag. And I think a lot of us people suffer from this problem that once we pick up our phone to do a menial task, like you want to check directions to somewhere or you want to check the news, you can't seem to keep yourself limited to just that one app, because the phones are designed to be addicted. The apps are designed to be addictive. The apps are designed to keep you scrolling endlessly. And that is something that I realize, that is something that I appreciate, because of course that is how I get my viewers. But that is something that I also acknowledge and constantly try to keep moving on from. The logic is simple. I know that the moment I pick up my phone and start using one of these apps, I will not be able to put the phone down. And because I don't want to involve myself in scrolling across apps, I switched to using everything that I do on my phone, on my laptop and my iPad. You must be wondering, how do I answer WhatsApp messages? I use an application called WhatsApp Web, which is a web client for WhatsApp. How do I use Instagram? There are so many new features on the Instagram web app. You just type instagram.com and you can basically do everything that you do on your phone on the laptop without having to worry about the constant need of scrolling, because you know when you're on a desktop you have to do a certain amount of work. How do I keep track of my Twitter DMs? I use them on my laptop. How do I keep track on my scripts? I use them on my laptop, on my iPad. And the psychology is very simple. If I can do every single thing that I would rather be doing on my phone, on my desktop, on my iPad, and I can rewire my mind to thinking that I am working at the moment that I'm doing these things, I keep going back to the actual work that I'm supposed to do. So for the moments that I am editing my videos, if I have this urge that I need to check my WhatsApp messages, I can open them right there. If I have this urge that I want to check what is new on Instagram, I can check it right there. And the psychology, the metal of this video is as simple as this. This video I told you was not going to be as long as you might have thought. The merit behind this whole psychology is that the moment I pick up my phone, I know I will be unproductive, which is why I switched to doing everything on my desktop. I don't know if it happens with you, but the moment I'm sitting on my desk, the moment I'm sitting in front of my laptop or my iPad, I constantly switch or immediately switch into a work mode, and I know that I have to be productive. Now it doesn't mean that I don't use my phone at all at home. I use it of course to take calls, I use it to take reply quickly to a mail while I am just cooking or doing something. So these are the things that I use my phone for, but more or less every moment that I am sitting on my desk, every moment that I know that I should be working, I do it within the confines of my laptop or my iPad. And it doesn't mean that you can't do all of these things on Windows. You can do them much better on a Windows phone, especially if you have an Android phone. But the moment that I switch to an iPhone, which I plan to in the coming few months, I will not even need to pick up my phone to answer calls. I would be able to do that directly from my laptop. And that day, I would probably be able to say it properly and with all the might in the world that I don't use my phone at home at all. And I think that is the ultimate goal, because I know I'll be more productive on a device that is sitting on a desk or a proper functioning work device as my iPad or my laptop. And I think that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching it till the end. I hope you understood whatever I was trying to tell you. I hope the psychology resonates with you. I hope you find some sort of value in this, because on this channel we talk all about productivity, lifestyle, reading and a lot of other stuff that I do, which maybe you can imbibe in your life. So make sure you like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next week with another new video. Till then, goodbye.